or they don't have adequate services to meet the standards. And so that's generally the purpose of the CD program. The Downtown Revitalization Main Street Program, which we also call DRP, this is to aid in the elimination of slum or blighted areas. And it's usually in a designated downtown retail commercial type of area of town, non-residential areas. And this is done by improving sidewalks, sidewalk construction, curb and gutter, some street improvements, and also lighting, ADA ramps, and removing architectural barriers for handicapped persons. And so with both of these programs, eligible applicants are generally cities less than 50,000 in population, and counties that are less than 200,000 in population. And so also applicants can be nonprofit utility service providers, and they will be sponsored through the city or the county, whoever's applying. The amount of funding, what everyone wants to know. The maximum grant for both of these programs is $350,000. This, you don't have to apply for the max, but this is the amount that you can apply for up to through TDA. And then I'm going to go over some of the basics for the CD program first. The scoring criteria has been standardized this year. TDA usually uses the Council of Governments to do the first round of scoring. This year, it is being done by what they have called the Unified Scoring Committee. And this is a new committee set up to score the applications rather than the Council of Governments doing it by region. And so regional project priorities, they're determined by the COG still, and that's been an ongoing thing for this program. Each COG sets their own priorities. In the case of Aransas Pass, we're in the Coastal Bend COG. The Coastal Bend COG decided to forgo setting the priorities and instead went with the default priorities for the CD program, which project types will be water improvements, wastewater improvements, street improvements, flood and drainage improvements, and housing rehabilitation. These applications for the CD program are every 2 years. So the city can apply every 2 years for this type of grant. The local match is between 5% and 20%, depending on the city or county population. In the Aransas Pass's case, I believe it's about 15% that will be required as a match, roughly about $52,000 or so, between $50,000 and $55,000. Projects can be citywide if you have the LMI, if you have a citywide LMI, low to moderate income designation, or it can be target areas within the city. County projects, in this case, is not a county project, but I'll just mention county projects can usually support special utility districts like water service, water supply corporations, and MUDs, municipal utility districts. In this case, in the city, y'all have your own utilities, so we wouldn't need to do that. The projects, the most important part of this program, the project must be in an area that's 51% low to moderate income. And so we accomplish this either through census data, and if census data does not show that, we usually do household surveys, and that's door-to-door surveys to be able to achieve the 51% low to moderate income. These contracts for the CD program are 2 years. So the city, if awarded, would have 2 years to complete the project and close it out. For the basics on the 2021 DRP program, these are projects to improve, like I mentioned, downtown and Main Street areas. These applications are submitted annually. So this program is open every year to cities, and mostly cities, but some, I'm not sure if any counties have applied here. Not receiving previous funds in the last 6 cycles is very important because you can get up to 17 points. So basically what TDA tries to do is give everyone a chance to apply for DRP. So if you get awarded 1 year, you're most likely not going to receive it for the next few years. So you kind of have to wait to complete your project and then let a few cycles go before you apply again for a DRP program. This one uses census data as their income data. It does not do not have to meet the 51% low to moderate income to participate, but there are points associated with the LMI. And these contracts are also 2-year contracts. Let's see. So eligible activities on a CD, like I mentioned, the COG has priorities, didn't set priorities, but are gonna go with the default priorities for eligible activities. Historically, water and sewer facilities receive the highest priority, and that's mainly what they fund, but other improvements are eligible, such as street, flood and drainage, and housing rehabilitation. On downtown revitalization, as I mentioned before, this includes mainly sidewalks, ADA accessibility, and this can all include curb and gutter, some streets, and ancillary work having to do with streets. Of course, the main thing with DRP is they have to be in that designated economic area. And this is by no means meant to benefit any residential areas, so it has to be in that designated area. Applications this year are due May 3rd, 2021. I'm gonna have to get used to that, 2021. And the other important date that I wanted to mention that's not on this is we needed to have a public hearing to get max points before the end of, by February 1st. And so Aransas Pass is doing really well in having this meeting early on. And so with that, if there's any questions, I can answer any project-specific questions for these programs that I just talked about.
Fernando, do you have anything else to add before we do that?
No, I don't have anything on my end.
Okay. Are there any public comments, Mary? You're on mute.
Sorry, there's no public comments posted online.
Okay.
So since there are no public comments and nobody has any questions or anything else to add, we're going to close the public hearing right now. It is 5:39, and thank you everybody for participating.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.